Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So here in this video I am going to explain you about the plant tissue. So let's start. So today I will explain you about the topic that is tissues. Can you tell me what do you mean by tissues? So as we all know that a group of cells that are similar in structure and work together to accomplish a particular function is known as tissue. We know that a group of cells together it forms a tissues, and these cells are similar, same in structure, and they work together to accomplish a particular function. These are known as tissues, and we know that tissues are of two types: plant tissue and animal tissue. So today I am going to explain about the plant tissue and its types, and in the next video I will explain you about the animal tissue. So let's start. So here following are the major types of plant tissues: meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Here permanent tissue, again it is divided into simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Then again simple permanent tissue is divided into four types: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma and epidermis. Then again complex permanent tissue are of two types: xylem and phloem. So don't get confused. Here meristematic tissue and permanent tissues, these are of two types. Then again permanent tissue is divided into simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Then simple permanent tissue is divided into parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma and epidermis. Then again complex permanent tissue is divided into two types, that is xylem and phloem. Let us study one by one in detail. Meristematic tissue mainly consists of actively dividing cells and helps in increasing the length and thickening the stems of the plant. So the function of this tissue, meristematic tissue, is to give length to the stem, and it helps in thickening the stem of the plant. And meristematic tissue commonly present in the primary growth regions of a plant, for example in the tips of stems or roots. So these tissues are mainly present in the tip region of the stems or roots, and also depending on the region meristematic tissue are classified as apical, lateral and intercalary. So I will explain you further in detail about this. Apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem, these three are the regions of the meristematic tissue. Let us study one by one in detail. Apical meristem is present at the growing tips of stems and roots and helps in their growth. So these apical meristems, where they are present, they are mainly present in the tips of the stems and roots and helps in growth. And then next, coming to the next part, is the lateral meristem, is found in stem or root region again and helps in their growth. Then next, coming to the intercalary meristem, it is found at the base of the leaves. These are found at the base of the leaves or internodes, and it also helps in growth. Here you can see in the diagram that apical meristem is present at the growing tips of the stem as well as here in the roots, and this helps in the growth. Then next, here intercalary meristem, lateral meristem is present, stem region. So this is the diagram of the meristematic tissue. See this. Then we will study about the next tissue, that is permanent tissue. Cells of the meristematic tissue later differentiate to form different types of permanent tissue. So here we will study about the different types of permanent tissue. So permanent tissue are divided into two types. First one is simple permanent tissue and the second one is complex permanent tissue. Firstly, we will study about the simple permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue is further divided into parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma and epidermis. So this parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma and epidermis, we will study about this and the function of these tissues. Parenchyma tissue provides support to plants and also stores food. And sometimes parenchyma tissue contain chlorophyll and perform photosynthesis. In such condition, it is known as collenchyma. Okay. Then the collenchyma tissue provides flexibility to plant and also provides mechanical support. So this tissue provides flexibility to the plant and provides mechanical support to the plant. Mechanical support by means it protects the plant from the external damage. Then the large air cavities which are present in parenchyma of aquatic plants give buoyancy to the plants and also help them float are known as aerenchyma. Buoyancy means buoyancy is the tendency of a body to float or to rise when submerged in a fluid. Like the roots and shoots of the several aquatic plants float on the surface of the water. So the air cavities which are present in the parenchyma of the aquatic plants give buoyancy to the plants and also help them float. These are known as aerenchyma. Then next, the sclerenchyma tissue makes the plant hard and stiff. Okay. For example, like the husk of a coconut is made up of this tissue only, sclerenchymatous tissue. So the husk of the coconut, it is made up of this tissue, and the cells of this sclerenchyma tissue normally they are dead. The outermost layer of the cells is known as epidermis. You know this. The epidermis is usually made up of a single layer of cells, not more than two. It is made up of single layer of cells. The entire surface of a plant has the outer covering of epidermis which protect all the parts of the plant. All the parts of the plant are protected by this tissue epidermis. So this is all about these tissues: parenchymatous tissue, collenchyma, aerenchyma, sclerenchyma and epidermis. Complex permanent tissue. Here the complex permanent tissue normally consists of more than one type of cells which work together as a unit. They work together. Complex tissue helps in the transportation by carrying organic material like water and minerals up and down in the plants. So this tissue helps in the transportation of water and minerals. The next, complex permanent tissue is characterized as it is of two types, xylem and phloem. Xylem, you know this very well, normally consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers, and xylem is accountable for the conduction of water and mineral ions and salt. Basically, xylem is the tissue of vascular plants that transport water and nutrients from the soil to the stems and leaves. So the function of the xylem is to transport water and nutrients from the soil to the stems and leaves. Phloem normally is made up of four types of elements, namely sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. And the function of this phloem tissue is to transport food from the leaves to the other parts of the plant. So here normally it is made up of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma, and the function of this tissue is to transport food from the leaves to the other parts of the plant. Okay, so this was all about the plant tissue. And then in the next video I will explain you about the animal tissue. Like this video, please do like, share and comment, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.